Hi, everybody. My name is Ms. Varela, and I'm going to go ahead and be teaching you how we're going to look for resources using the Destiny catalog. Now, what's really awesome about Destiny is that it's very user friendly and it's easy to limit whatever you're looking for based on your searches. So, we're going to go ahead and just do a general browse and then we're going to go ahead and see if we can limit our items next time. So, let's go ahead and let's go and up here to the find. Now, if you notice, this is going to be where you're going to enter those Boolean phrases or keywords that are going to be used to help us get those results in there. Now we want to make sure that our phrases are clear in there. I would recommend not having any type of punctuation in there. It kind of messes with it. And numerical values are encouraged. But like with this one with World War II, I would go ahead and type it like this. So I would put US in World War, and I would put the two capitalized right there because it's most commonly known like this. We don't put the number. So we're going to go ahead and just do that basic search. Now, if I want, I could just jump into it by looking by keyword. I could look for, let's say, if you have a specific title in mind, I could just put the title and put title. You have an author, subject, or you can even look for it by series. So we have a lot of options right here. Now, if we want to narrow our search down, we could go ahead and do that down here at the bottom. And it even gives us a little hint right here that says narrow your search to, and we have a couple of different options here. Now, first thing we can look at or narrow our search by is by a location. So if we click down this drop menu, we have a couple of different options right here. Now, if let's say you wanted to look for whatever we have in the whole district, maybe you look at your library just browsing around and you're not happy with what's there. Well, what you could do is you could go ahead and scroll down here and you can browse by district instead. So that's an option right there. Now, if we browse by district, you're going to go ahead and select it and it will automatically tell you that a limiter has been set. It'll give you that alert. I'm just going to go ahead and go back and use our school. So that's right there. Now, let's go ahead and let's say that you want to limit it to your material type. So let's go ahead and let's look right here. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this option right here. Now we can do a manuscript, an artifact, a computer file. You can look for ebooks, or you can look for maps, mixed materials, and other items. So there's a lot of options right here that you can choose from. Now I'm just going to go ahead and choose book. That's what we're doing. Again, we see that little alert right here. A limiter has been set. Now, you can also go to a reading level. So, if you know your reading level, you can set what type of reading level you want to have the system search for. Interest level as well too. Are we looking from young adult all the way to adult? Are we looking from pre-K all the way to senior? You can limit it by that. We're just going to go ahead and put it by unlimited right now so we can see those results. And then you can also look for reading programs. So if you're a part of a specific reading program or you're trying to gain points in one, you can limit it down by books that are only available in those reading programs or that are participants in that reading program. So you can limit that down right here. I'm just going to go ahead and keep it simple, and I'm going to do the Westchester High School, and we're going to go ahead and look for a book, and let's see what we get. All right, so we get this first page right here. Now, it does tell me how many titles I have that are under that, and then I also have the option of printing or adding this to my personal list. I can add a page on here. It also gives me a tab over here on what are available for digital resources. Now, remember, because I set it to books, digital resources won't show up. But if I would have set this to ebook or had not put any limiters on there, digital resources would have come up. But since I put that book as my search limit, it's going to go ahead and stay here. Now, if we look, we have a couple of different options. Now, remember, we chose nonfiction, so everything here is going to fall under that nonfiction category. Now, if you look, what we're going to go ahead and notice first is that we have the title. We also have a picture preview of what that cover is going to look like. I have a little book item telling me that it's a book. I have a call number right here, which is telling me the location. I have the editor, Kevin Young, and then I also have here that it's a part of a series and the year it was published. So that's great. Now, over here off to the side, I also have the option of looking at those details. Now, when you click on those details, it will take you to the whole page dedicated to this book. Now, again, it'll give me that call number, but what it's also going to do is it's going to give me how many copies are available. So it's going to say I have 2 available in my library. It's going to give me a summary about the book. I can also scroll over here to where it says title peek, and it'll also take me to another page that is going to give me a little bit more preview information about it. So we have my introduction, what's included in there. So this is a great way for you to preview your resources so that you know whether this is something that you want to use before you actually start reading it. So we've got great options right here. You can also go here to view similar titles. It tells you if you're going to explore the poetry. Pretty much everything that's related to it will go ahead and pop up right here. Now, if we look under here on the side, we also have more additional info like the contents in here. And that's awesome. Now let's go ahead and let's go back to our search results to see if we want to go ahead and look at whatever else is in here. Now, when you're browsing, remember browsing, you're just looking for a topic. Now we know we have to talk about the US in World War II, but we can go ahead and narrow down that topic for specific things. So let's go down here. So Rosie the Riveter, let's say I browse and I think, oh, hey, I want to talk about Rosie the Riveter. She contributes to the US in World War II. So now that I have my option here, obviously what I can do is I can add this book to a list and it's going to go ahead and give me a list of items that I have liked. And then again, now that I have a certain topic or something else, I can go ahead and go back and edit my search. So instead of looking for just US and World War II, I'm going to go ahead and go back to my library search, and now I'm going to go ahead and change that search because now I know what I'm going to talk about. So I'm going to go ahead and put here Rosie the Riveteer. I can again limit it. I'm just going to go ahead and put any type now so we can go ahead and see what those digital resources look like. And I'm going to go ahead and go back to, let's go ahead and let's have it unlimited just so we can see our options. So Rosie the Riveter, that is my keyword. I don't have an exact title, so I'm just going to go ahead and go by keyword. And again, this is what comes up. Now, if we were using another system, other stuff would come up. I also can go over here to digital resources. Nothing's digital here because it's not available digital resources here, but I also have websites. So I have a whole bunch of websites now that are dedicated to Rosie the Riveteer. It tells me the reading level. It also tells me the grade level that this website is appropriate for. It also tells me if there's videos, if this is a news source, which is really great, especially if you're looking for those, you know, we want to evaluate our resources and make sure that we're using great resources. So this is awesome right here. So we have here, first measure, World War II, the home front. And then we have this one, who was Rosie the Riveteer. So if I click on this one right here, it will take me to that website. I can watch videos. I can learn more about her. So this would be great for research. Now, let's say I go back to this first title right here. I can again limit what I have. So let's say I just want to look at articles. I can look at the format and I can limit my articles that way. So that way I have everything just limited to articles. I can also go ahead and look for sources, or I can look for related topics that are related to her. And I can go ahead and narrow down my results even more by there. So this is a great option, especially if your projects allow for books and if you're asked to go ahead and look for digital resources as well. All right. So I hope this gave you a better insight into using Destiny, and I hope that it makes you a little bit more comfortable. Again, I want to reiterate that research is a process. You're not going to get it right the first time. It's okay to go back and to change your phrases and to play around and mess with the system. That's what research is for. The great thing about Destiny is that it's very user friendly, and of course, if you're ever in doubt, please ask a librarian. We would be more than happy to help you. Well, I hope you are now comfortable with Destiny, and again, if you have any questions, let us know.